I wanted to make commentary about Deku's expressions throughout the entirety of like this chapter. I would imagine he'd be a little bit more like relieved how things have ended up, but and now it's time to issue diplomas. Graduates, come on up. And we have a shot of just Deku kind of like witnessing all of this. Obviously, this is like the new look that he has right now. We just have a lot of noise being made. Obviously, it's graduation time. We got Principal Nezu here. He's like, well done indeed. Congratulations on making through the good fight. Our boy here, Sun Eater. Trying to remember the actual name here. I think I had the list of characters right here, but we know Sun Eater. He has a bit of social anxiety, so he's just like potatoes. They're all just potatoes. And he's like shaking. We have Nejire in the next one. I graduated. How about that? And everyone's like screaming out.
All the guys.
Yeah, we hate to lose you, Nejire Hano senpai. Sorry, your graduation was delayed, kids. This is present Mike. The cherry blossoms.
Bro, that logo.
Yeah, congratulations. He really is just like, it's not just a podium for him, it's an actual DJ stand.
He's got his own logo, it's great.
That's cool. The cherry blossoms already fell.
It's gonna be on a shirt.
But at least you got a glorious flowery send-off. The next page, make some noise, peeps! Rah! You see a big pan out because obviously there's a podium, and then you have Present Mike's whole stage like right next to it. That's so weird. It's a concert, but also a graduation ceremony. So everyone out front is like cheering out, and then you have like legitimate people just kind of watching way in the back. I gotcha. The graduates are used to this. The new second years, former first years, taken aback from this, and the new third years, former second years, starting to get get the gist. Our senpai, who were in limbo for a while, got to graduate in June, as we see Class 1A like cheering out. This is Sarah. The heck, I thought we all would be crying. It's like a freaking festival. You see that, Hiroshima. I think we're close ups with the new like graduates as Hato's walking by. You still feeling those injuries? Yeah, I sure am. But I'm still feeling on top of the world somehow. Weird, huh? This is Sun Eater. We got the Mirio to thank. Says he was sure to watch over us when we were down for the count in that flying tomb.
Oh.
Fair enough, yeah. Get a bit of narration on the next page here. Requests to foreign countries for essential resources and provisions. Budgeting and fundraising for the overall restoration plan. Deployment and allocation of aid, securing hospital beds and medical treatment. Even in our superhuman society, this rapid recovery effort was only made possible thanks to the behind-the-scenes maneuvering. It was only made possible thanks to behind-the-scenes maneuvering. Yeah, close up, we got a shot here of Nezu. Looks like just cheering on Present Mike as he's sweating. Yeah, I'll read the little internal monologue or dialogue going on here, but let me just finish what they were saying here. And the spurring on those foreign nations by Principal Nezu, a VIP of global renown. Nezu's over here like, raise the BPM if you would. Easy for you to say. I like to see like how calmly they deliver that line.
Raise the BPM if you would.
The principal's major contributions to quirk morality education have made him a man of global renown. All along, our principal was looking forward to what would come after the battle. We got more of the graduation happening. What's going on here? Those were some sick lyrics. The sick farewell address. Put your hands up for Mawata Fuma. Sorry, I totally butchered that. Mawata Fua. You're an upperclassman rep. One from Aizawa's previous class. The ones who actually got quote unquote expelled. And now here to clap back is the rep for graduating class. This is class 2A here. I'm trying to read that very tiny like bubble right there. Like a rap battle? Too cool. This room. I think this is Hato. I think this is bizarre. Drop some bars. Our guy in black just kind of like dot. I just hope they drop something here. Oh yeah, so give it up for Mirio Togata, aka Lemillion.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time out of your busy days to busy lives to be in attendance today. What? No stupid gag. That's what everybody in the crowd is saying. They're so surprised that he's being so serious.
That's what he's known for.
Collectively, we've lost so much and gained nothing at all. The fact is, heroes fight to bring a negative situation back to square one. See the crowd? General studies, the support course, and the business course. You see Sun Eater? Each of you has leveraged the experience gained at this institution to come together as one and fight the good fight. Nejire. However, we're still, but not back to square one just yet. We see some more people from the school. They're in the support, I believe. The 3 years we've spent will be put towards that purpose. See Izuku.
Yeah, why is he?
Today,
Why is he on the ground?
today was not the goal. A world without smiles and humor has no bright future. We seek a positive world where we can live in their lives in good cheer. That is the finish line which we're racing toward. The crowd, wow, Togata? He snaps, check me out, Night Eye. Today marks the start of that journey for us. So to all who've yet to graduate, I say, we see something's coming out from behind the wall, and his clothes are just falling onto the ground as he comes out in his hero outfit, along with this big thing. It's like this big parade thing.
Yeah.
Peace out! As he's just getting out of there. Apparently, this was more or less tradition for UA graduation.
This is funny because it really is like the face of that one participant who was like being with like Nejire for the beauty pageant. So you see her on the bottom left, but also like the giant like cart of her just like rolling out the tank, if you will.
2A temp, the classroom sign. See Aizawa in class 2A. Typically, you wouldn't have the same homeroom teacher 2 years in a row. But circumstances being what they are, it seems you're stuck with me for one more year.
One more year.
So glad we got you, Aizawa Sensei, says Mina. We wouldn't want anybody else. We see Suhyu. Oh, you're crying. Bakugo, the dust is really settled, huh? We see Sero. Shouldn't you be in the hospital, man? Bakugo, they said I just gotta take it easy. And it'd be wrong not to have everyone here today. That's weird. That's weirdly sensible coming from you, says Sero. Bakugo, take that back. We see Sero again. Hey, take it easy, remember? Aizawa looking rough right here. Aizawa said, ahem. They said, sorry. Come on in. We see Aoyama step in. Once more I say, adieu. Yes, I'm leaving UA. We see Jiro. Oh, Aoyama? Still no change of heart, huh? We see Kirishima and Kaminari.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, we never could have split up all for one and from his goons without you. Both Sensei and Detective Tsukachi said I may stay enrolled, but none. I must set matters right, as my very matriculation was a part of All for One's scheme. I would not be deserving of a graduation like the one we attended today. We see Izuku, and then we see Aoyama's hand. I will atone, and once more, I walk the path of heroes. This sits well with me. We see Aoyama thinking back to him and Izuku. You'll see his tears in his eyes. After all, I reached out to you all and took your hands in mine. He's handing Izuku a piece of cheese. Izuku says, yeah. We see him wiping some tears. Someday, I promise, I'll be worthy of standing beside you with my head held high. Kirishima, dang, Aoyama, a dude among dudes.
He is a dude among dudes.
See Aoyama start blasting off lasers. Do not cry, my friends. No melancholy on my behalf. They're like, oh, so bright, with even tighter control than during the school festival. On that note, there's a surprise.
Door swings open. A new member of class A, Shinzo.
Let's go.
Shinzo's like, whoa, you're joining our class? The transfer worked out. Awesome. You got your professional license and everything? It's Aoyama looking out. And he just kind of like, he realizes that like, oh, everyone got really excited for that.
He said, this is not very...
And he's like, we discussed my farewell party? Oh, right. Aoyama, cut that out. And this is Mina like looking to the sides like, wait, what's going on?
It's because he's shooting off lasers when he said that about his party. You can see in the background, pew, 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 pew.
It's like, no, wait, stop. My white quirk is bugging out again. So that's interesting. They're bugging out. They're going to see me. So that was Hagakure. So Hagakure's quirk has been acting up ever since the fight back with like All for One. She's much more visible nowadays. Whether that's an evolution or not, that could be worth discussion. But everyone's just commenting on it. Oh, her actual face. What a cutie. And this is Aoyama. Pardon, I actually don't know how to pronounce that.
Pardon-moi.
Okay. And she's like, quit it. It's too embarrassing. And then we have Mina. He's like, all this time, a goddess among us. And I was like, hey. And like immediately like reprimands him.
Look at his face.
He's like, ugh. But I saw, hey, There's more business to go to go over. We got Fuwa, who's now a third year at this point. All right, so second years and third years in the hero course will be joining the greater restoration effort for the time being. And I'm in charge of organizing us. In addition to the ongoing restoration projects, we'll be involved with the nationwide effort to maintain law and order. We made it past All Might's retirement, and then the war in Deku. Know that after each big battle that winds up in the textbooks, there's sure to be a period of chaos the books don't talk about. As we cut to Shoto. Right, he says, when there's no symbol. All for One was born during chaos, like that. And for does that cover it? Ira Sensei? Yep. Wait. Ira Sensei? That's from Tailman? I used to be in Ira Sensei's class myself. I take it he didn't expel all of you? Lucky. I'm jealous. He gave us pampered kids a taste of death, so to speak. Scary stuff. Thank you, Fuwa. You can go now. We have to thank him for making us realize why we should be heroes as she heads off. Bye-bye. You're welcome. Looks a little irritated by that.
He's like this girl.
We get another shot of Deku. No comments, just kind of a blank expression on him as we fast forward to what's probably the end of the day for them. New first years. Can you imagine? Starting tomorrow, we're going to be senpai. So it's just class 1A just walking about. It's all so much so fast. This is Ida. We'll certainly be busy, Sero. At least we got our moment's rest, so to speak. Look into Araka. Hey, lay off of me already, Cheryl. Sheesh. Don't be like that. I'm trying to read this little tiny bubble right here. Nah, I mean, I thought her speech was awesome. And Deku out of nowhere. Araka. And Araka's like, oh, you too, Deku? Oh, they had to give you like half an undercut because of the wounds. Well, I sure hope it grows back soon. And she just kind of gestures like that side of his face. We got Sugar Rush looking over at Tokiyami. Speaking of makeovers, Tokiyami, it's not a fashion statement, though I don't hate it.
Extra like ruffled.
Yeah, it is extra ruffled. We have Araka laughing one panel. Again, a shot of Deku. No, not a real expression on him. As we fast forward to something going on over here.
You see it's like a pair of scissors that are just trembling.
We see the face expression of somebody, long hair, deep black hair. Oh, this is interesting. I actually don't know who this is.
That's the same guy.
Same guy. He's walking out of the shadows right now. I don't even know what he's wearing, but he's walking out in this neighborhood that's completely trashed up. You see, like, his bare feet is the last panel of him. And that's kind of it. As we cut back to Class 1A for a little bit, someone asked, like, you think you'll make it to the farewell party, Todoroki? And this is Todoroki. Sure, as long as it's not today. This is Deku. Todoroki? No, I'm good, really, says Todoroki. Takes one step forward. All right, here I go, he says. And the last panel is a shot of Endeavor looking out to, like, a dark room where you could probably make the connections. That's probably like Toya over there.
Yeah, it's like Toya being hooked up to some type of machine.
And that's the end of 425. Interesting how they're setting things up. Obviously, they're kind of tying some loose ends when it comes to like the third years graduating. And now Class 1A is now Class 2A. And then we're gaining like an idea of what's happening with Shoto. As far as like how are things happening like post the battle with Toya.
Yeah, like what's going on with his fate, because we know that he didn't die.
But something interesting about like those couple panels of like this dude with like the scissors. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but it is interesting.
It looks like he escaped out of a house. So a lot of people are thinking that it could be another case of like someone maybe that was very similar to what happened to Shigaraki, but Izuku might actually get a chance to save this man.
Speaking of which, I wanted to make commentary about Deku's expressions throughout the entirety of like this chapter. It's just been kind of, I mean, granted, the graduation bit was kind of like a little bit more hilarious because it's just something that like, especially his first years, they don't know what's going on. But other than that, once things calm down, you've noticed that like a lot of his expressions have been, except for, you know, Aoyama, because that makes sense. It's a very emotional statement, but for the most part, he's just been kind of taking it in. I would imagine like he'd be a little bit more like relieved how things have ended up, but I think with the monologue he had in the previous chapter where, you know, we're not done yet, it really carries on with his face with this one.
Okay, it's like it's like he just knows that this ain't the end of things just yet.
He's been kind of reserved in like giving any type of commentary or even speaking out to other people. He's only reached out to Uraraka and Todoroki at this point. That's kind of what we got going forward. So it's a very interesting start of the epilogue. Yeah, a lot of our characters have been injured, but for the most part, they seem to be live kicking. I would even say Uraraka is probably ready to go. But I'm really curious about what Deku's going to be dealing with, considering that he's now on a limited
Embers.
time. Yeah, he's on a time clock when it comes to the embers, and once it runs out, if they show that running out, what is he gonna do then? Chapter 426, which is the next one, is happening within a week. Otherwise, it took us a while to even get to this point for recording, so otherwise they've had like a 2-week hiatus with this one. Mark, is there anything else you'd like to say before we go ahead and call?
I think it's a very, like I said, I think Corco's tying up a bunch of loose ends while setting up a couple things as we see. We'll see exactly how those will play out. Tons of theories going around, but we'll have to wait for next chapter to see if he touches up on any more of that.
Gotcha. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. #bye, everybody.